All right, new game. Chris, Jeff, Henry, Frank. We're gonna look at this set afterwards. We'll look at Chris's set here too. Yikes. I think we're calling that one. Alright. A lot of... all these points were really defined by... or all these plays were defined by the sets. Okay, so... Henry's definitely in a position where he could hand set this ball. It's a decent pass. But like both of his feet are together, and he's just not. He doesn't have a good foundation to set the ball here, so he ends up just using his arms. And you can see here he's like totally upright after he makes the set. You can tell by this motion, like he uses his arms, not his legs, and it showed in the set. The set wasn't that clean. I try to fix it. I don't do a great job. Chris has to do a desperate shot of the net because of my set. And then back here, let's see if Frank does that. Heats it over. Alright, I give a good pass to Chris. And Chris, both of his legs are kind of together again. Look how close they are. So he doesn't have the foundation to give me a strong set and to push this ball properly. So he ends up, even though he does kind of hop here, he does just he's using more of his arms. So this ball I think is a lift. You'll see if you'll see he kind of catches the ball and the ball comes down in his hands. I don't think he would have done that if he used his legs and pushed the ball with his legs at the same time as much. And then, Frank tries kind of doing the same thing. Frank's trying to hand set this ball, even though his body is all out of place. He's not in a set place with a strong foundation. He's like bending down and over to try to hand set this ball, and this leads to a set that's bad enough that we're going to call in this game. I guess we'll take that. This, let's look at this set by Henry. This is different play. Good pass. Henry's legs are backwards here. He should have his opposite leg in front. It's going to be harder to place the ball with the legs backwards like that. And then, even kind of like with his hand sets, I think he's using his arms more than his legs here, when it should be like pretty even. He's using his arms just to pop up the ball, and that's what happens. It was a workable set, but tricky set like that. Sometimes Frank gets away with it, but a lot of times it's not clean. Good power on that shot. sloppy. Can I get this? Nope. Nice serve. Nice serve. Oh, I fucked up. We stopped this play, but I don't know why. I think this would have been clean. Whatever. Weird play, but my bad. Can't get there in time. Let's see what happens here. This is a low pass, but it's not bad. I think just the wind takes this ball. I can't get there. I'm gonna go back to the other play actually. With this play, I don't give Chris a good set. I think it's the next one. We'll see. I'm lost now. I don't remember what just happened. I think I went forward. Am I showing backwards? I mean, this is it's such a good example. Henry gives Frank a tricky first pass. Frank is like, he just doesn't have a foundation to set this ball. He jumps and, you know, just doubles. Just trying to go back to Chris's approach for the other play. Let's see if I can find this. It's not this one. It's gotta come up again. I gotta repeat some of this footage. Okay, here. This is a good first pass for the wind, all things considered. I was just curious where Chris started his approach, and it's not bad. Unfortunately, the wind is taking the ball to the left. So maybe, given how much the wind is blowing the left, like for me to set the ball to Chris's right hand, you know, I have this small window. And if the wind is pushing it to the left, maybe just consider that and start your approach even more to the left than normal. So that's what happens. This is a combination of me messing up the set and also the wind taking it. So then he has to, you know, reach across like this, and where if he started an extra step to the left, then I could have even if I give him a bad set like this, he can make an easier approach. You'll see videos of like being in the batter's box, so to speak, and it's if you want the set to be to your right hand, then you need to move to the left so that the set is easier to arrive at your right hand. But right now, in order to get a right hand set, it's either gonna have to be straight up and down and perfect, or like a bad set out here, which is not good either. So an extra step to the left could have given me more leeway to give you a better set. But wind ends up taking it too, and it's just, you gotta reach across. So I try to, I don't know if this is a good example, but I mean, I'm playing on the right side, so I try to do the opposite. I try to go to the left so that you have an easier time setting it to my right. This ball I expect you to go over onto, though. This is just a bad first pass, so it's fine. Same thing with Frank. He's out of balance. He does a double set. It's illegal. Yikes. I have to make an adjustment because of the wind there. Set too tight, but it still works out. So I'm okay setting. So it's the one thing I can try to use as a model. You see, my hitting's just whack, but I can at least try to show you what I'm doing with my feet here. So notice my foot that's closer to the line is trying to get in front, and that way I have momentum with my legs. And then I'm coming up with my full body. It's not just my hands. I would have liked to receive this ball like more on top of my head instead of at my chest or my chin. I'm gonna work on that. I making contact here. I want it to be up here, but my legs are in a good position. It gives me a foundation for my entire body to push the ball. It's just a cleaner set. And then if you don't have the time to do that and get in the right place, then you just shouldn't be hand setting. Oh my god. I think this might be it for this video. I've said what I pretty much had to say here. I'm gonna stop here, I think. Nice. Okay, so this one actually left his hands more cleanly, but just want to show what happens here. The wind takes the ball in the last second, and he has to adjust backwards. So he's no longer using his legs, and he's just using his hands. This one did leave his hands cleanly, at least, but it's just he's still only using half the body to set this ball. That was more because of the wind than anything else, but I was gonna get to the ball later. I'm gonna stop here.